See, this is what I want out of my basic kitchen appliances. I just want to be able to batter foxes with it. That's what, you don't get that out of a dustbuster, do you? Just give me a broom. Broom for smashing the heads of fools. Hi, by the way, my name's James. This is App Spy and I'm playing Beat Street. And you might be thinking, hang on, I've seen this. You've played this before. You did a review of this game, in fact, at least a week or two ago. Why are you talking about it again? It's like, well, as it turns out, having spoken to our overlords, you might have heard one of our overlords on the Pocket Game podcast, by the way. Go and check that out and subscribe because it is a good time for everyone if you're into mobile games. That it turns out that this was going to be our sponsored video for this week. And I was like, because we've already actually done a review of it and said it was like dead good. And I've already professed my love for it on the podcast and that. So do I want to play more of this game? Yeah, all right, that's fine, because I've actually got things to do and characters to unlock, and specifically stars to collect, because, you know, games and stars. Also gives me a chance to sort of explain a little bit more detail how this game works and why you should waste your time with it. And I say that in a good way, you know, time wasting in that sort of fun, achieving things in your own head sort of way, not complete waste. I'll just carry on playing now, shall I? So, it's a one-touch control scheme that actually works. That's the big reveal about this game, and having played so very many platforming games and brawlers and all that have been converted, you know, from a console game or something like that onto an iPad or a touchscreen or whatever, and it's just felt kind of rubbish. Jump, 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 gotta get out of the way of the dynamite. Then this was just such a joy to pick up after all that, because I couldn't believe it worked as well as it did, because you'd think you need at least 4 buttons, right? You need at least like a jump and an attack and then a left and a right, and to have it work as well as it does with just one finger. So to give you the full rundown, I am just moving around, dragging my finger, as you'd expect, one finger. When I want to punch, run up to them, and then I just tap the screen anywhere, bosh. If you run into a character like I just did then, you grab them. I can then kind of swipe up to throw them if I want to. I can tap the screen to kick the crap out of them if I want to. If I just swipe up anywhere on the screen at any one time, he'll do a little fly kick. That's very nice. Hang on, I'll sort this out. If I can kind of swipe twice, I can run, and then I can turn that into an attack, although I'm going to die now. I am actually going to continue. I'm going to try and see if I can best these fools, because I need 2 more stars. I'm in medium difficulty mode. You have to unlock them one by one. And I need to do that to get to the next boss, and I need to get to the next boss in order to unlock the next character, which I'd really quite like to do. He's got projectiles. God damn him. Jump, 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 jump. Batter him, batter him. No, turn around, turn around. Yeah, we go. You've really got to prioritize your enemies with this thing, because Matey with the slingshot is an absolute nightmare, so I'm going to tap the living crap out of him. You also notice I did a kind of special attack earlier on. That comes from charging up a bar through doing loads of combos, which is what I'm doing right now. Look at that. Oh, yes, that's good. Oh, that's satisfying. And that is the thing, satisfying. It winds up being way better than anyone dared hope for. Because when you do play a lot of the games, and they can be done well, I've seen the Ravenous games, they do very, very good versions of touchscreen platformers that you do feel like you're in control of. But limiting it just to the one finger, it's like, this is never going to work. And lo, it just feels incredibly responsive. When I want to do a move, I'm able to do the move just with the gesture. I would expect the gestures to be like unresponsive, or for them to fail more often than not. And yes, of course, as with any kind of game, you'll occasionally go in to do something and then you won't quite pull it off. But most of the time, vast majority of the time, it gets it right. And that's insane. This guy's a real pain in the ass because he's quite good at parrying like that. Got to catch him off guard. Come on. Yes, that's the way to do it. From behind. Oh, beautiful. There we go. Glorious. Now, I've already got a key for the next level, and I should hopefully get a couple of stars for this bad boy. I should mention it's a free-to-play game. Like, you can download it, and that means that there'll be adverts and stuff that appear in between. Oh, only 10 stars. I need another star. See, look, check it out. I need to get the full 11 to unlock this thing, and so I can go back and, because you have to play them through on a lower difficulty level first. So let's just go back to the first level. I'll show you how this thing starts out, and play it on medium difficulty. You have to walk your way through them, and it does give it replay value, rather, because it's so, this is how it starts out, because it's so arcadey, because it's so about the second-to-second, combat, that you just, in the same way as those Double Dragons and old arcade games, you would play the same levels over and over because there was no saving. You just started at the beginning every time, and you just worked your way through, and that was it. And it really trades on the history of those games. I'm gonna try and get whatever's in this box, get you out the way, you mad fox. Knock him out so I can get to the box. Oh, it's just coins. I'll take it. You can upgrade your character. It's got a kind of RPG element to it as well, which I think we may have mentioned in the review, I don't know. So you can boost elements of your character's stats, give them a bit more life, a bit more power. You can also give them these little totems, the foxes and that you see appear here, the enemies. You can kind of embed them next to your character to give yourself also little perks and whatnot. Come on, boys, come on. It ramps up the difficulty nicely because it's noticeably harder on medium. They're more aggressive, and I don't know if they're taking less damage. They probably are, I would figure, but oh, that was a good one. I like that. Good charge. Let's kick the camp out of you, Gonde. Oh, let's see that. That's a beautiful get the juggle combo. Fly kick while they're still flying through the air. It's so satisfying. Come on. Ooh, right. Gonna batter you. You come back here. Come in. Just gonna grab him by the scruff and kick him in the first. This kind of used to be what games were, without being too nostalgic about it. Like, this is nice. Like, that's again like a secret bit in, not a secret bit, those interstitial stages in things like Final Fight where you had to grab a pole and just smash in a car. That was a level. And games very much were based around, like, they were either platformers or they were brawlers or they were, especially in the arcades. And that was just lush. And the trick was to make it feel empowering, to make it feel like you were kicking ass and that your shots were landing and that you were doing damage. And that's what made you keep coming back and play the same levels just again and again, because that was so fun. That was just such a satisfying experience. And that is what this manages to do really well. I just want to keep coming back to it. More than any game recently, I've returned to this one in my own time to play it because it's entertaining, not because it's like, oh, I've got to do a review or capture footage or something like that. And that's always the great sign. Hang on, I'm just going to skip past this. I'm not blurring it or anything. This is what it looks like. Let me just... Can I skip? I don't know, actually. I don't know if that play button in the top corner is going to make it skip. I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna let it play out. Battle Bay, we reviewed that. Go and check the review out on AppSpy. There you go, cross promotion. Okay, so this guy. This is the person that I'm trying to unlock. I need one more coin, and then I need to clear mission 10, and that is hopefully what we can do about now. Let me switch character. I'm gonna level up this guy. There he is. He's an evil, bold-looking dude, and is clearly my totem because, you know, bold for the win. Right, here we go. We've unlocked the gateway. We've got a scary-looking dude with a hat. They all look like mobsters for some reason. Here we go. I've not played this before. This is brand new. Oh my god, the smell is overwhelming. I think we're surrounded by cheese. That's what the green rings are. Take care of him, boys. Come on then, come on, let's have you. This guy's got a slightly different moveset, so same basic controls, but he leads with his head. This dude, as you can see, his combos end up with just headbutts when you grab and you do that hold maneuver, mostly headbutts. I think this is a terrible stereotyping of bold men and our thuggish behavior as a boldist myself, so I'm going to be taking that up with the developers of the game. Frankly, I'm outraged. Let's knock this full off. You do get some environmental hazards as well, like the spikes you've got to steer clear of here. You'll also get things like barrels and cars and other moving objects will come flying in from the side of the screen, so you have to kind of get out of their way. You'll get, little orange or yellow arrows will appear to kind of indicate that something's about to come, give you a chance to dodge, which is nice. See, the jump kick move for me is one of the most useful things, especially on this guy, because he does a spin kick. You get like multiple kicks out of it, like that, and it's just, again, just super satisfying to do. It's quite nice to be able to do one of these, hands-on style videos and just be excited to play things. Because, you know, a lot of what we do is playing stuff that comes out, regardless of whether it's good or bad, we play it, and then, you know, you have to assess it, and a lot of the time you got good points and you got bad points, and it's, you know, good to be critical about things. Oh, no, that wasn't a good idea. And obviously, like, you know, in complete honesty, like, it would be great for me if you could just have a premium version without the adverts. That would do me just fine, because I'm not particularly into the whole free-to-play thing, and more to the point, I would be happy just to pay up front, but that's not how most people feel, unfortunately, and otherwise they wouldn't buy the game. And so I'm glad that this game exists in any form, just because it really does serve as a kind of bellwether, like with the Ravenous games, to say, look, you can do this thing right. You can make this thing work on a touchscreen. And other people, perhaps, not copy this, but they will certainly look at it and say, well, yeah, okay, maybe we shouldn't write off the idea of good old-fashioned side-scrollers just yet and say we can't do it on iOS, because look, you can. I'm all for games being made with their platform in mind, and that means adapting the control system to make it work, and they've sort of cracked the code to some degree. And I say that as someone who, we did the review for this game 1 week, 2 weeks ago or something before any of this ever happened, so it's like, this is just honestly the truth. This is good. You should totally play it if you're into these games. You probably will not be disappointed. Oh god, this is getting tricky now. Jump. As with all these games, it's always the point where they get either side of you. I need to create some space so I can, there we go, get everybody on my left-hand side so I can just nail everyone in. There you go. Single hits. They're the worst. These guys with the spiky ear hairs. He's just a complete douche. I hate him. Come on. Fly kick. Yes! Let me get a bit of a charge. Yes! That was a good move, you see? And again, these are all gestures that I'm doing, and I'm calling them out beforehand and proving that you can actually do them. I'm no master gamer. You can do this stuff, and it works. God, it was so satisfying. Stab. Go. Yes! I'm concerned now that the boss is going to be on this, because things are getting... Oh! Haha, you missed. Things are getting a little bit on the feisty side. Look out. Battles! No! Whoa, no. Oh, I can kick the crap out of them. Oh, that's good. Let's move. Let's get out of here. Here he is. I don't have a lot of health either. This might not work. I may get beaten down. Let's find out. Let's get stuck into this dude immediately. I don't want him to fire that gun. Please don't fire that gun. Try not to get distracted by the minion and get stuck straight into the mob boss. Come on! Oh my god! I'm gonna have to try a one shot, but this is gonna be a one shot type deal, isn't it? He's gonna be able to take me out in one shot. Oh no. Now, I'm using the gems just because I'm playing the video right now. I wouldn't do otherwise. I would just restart, go back and do it myself. Without the extra life, without the one-up. But I'd quite like to, if possible. Oh god, no! Take this guy out. Come on! Oh, I've only got a few... Oh! Right, stay off his plane. Gotta stay... I don't want... Oh, I'm gonna end up chucking him off the screen. I don't want to do that because I don't know where he is. Right. Yes. Come on! Like it. Yes! Come on, son! Move. Don't want to fire. Oh! Don Mascarpone! Because of the cheese. I get you. Yes! And it gave me all the gems back that I'd spent. Very good. See, not too bad. I got keys, I got gems, I got tokens to unlock new characters. I am quite a happy boy now. That is excellent. Alright, and so, Beat Street. Free to download on the platforms. Check out our review if you're on the fence before any of this stuff happened, and so you can see again why we thought we really liked it. And, definitely give it a look, because if you do, you too could unlock this guy right here. Taz, yes! I'm going to go and play some more with this person. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.